Okay, in this particular video, I told you I was going to do it. Piece of engineer tools, recommendations. If you think your unit needs a chainsaw and you have the money, you have the time, you're able to get a brand new one, I recommend getting a Stihl. S-T-I-H-L, Stihl. This is the only type of chainsaw we used when I was in the military. It was only Stihls. And the only time they really broke down hard is when it was dying. These things hardly ever went down for maintenance except for something I'm going to point out on the bar. Now the things you're going to need, obviously your chainsaw should come with a bar cover here to protect the chain in a bar. When you get your chainsaw, you get your manual. This particular one I have is an MS-170, a 16-inch bar. I wanted a 18 or 20-inch bar, but the difference between a 16-inch bar and an 18-inch bar was $200. So I went with what I could afford at the time, got a 16. You'll also get with the chainsaw tool, do not lose this ever. You should also get the sharpening set. And for the MS-170, this is the one to get. Now in your sharpening set, you got your roll. You got your file for doing the cutting edges on the chain, depth gauge, and your flat file for adjusting your depth of your cut. You also get easy to follow instructions. It's just pictures. You should also get some of these, your 2-cycle engine oil. This gets mixed with your gasoline for the engine. This does not have a separate oiler for the engine itself. It gets the oil it needs from the fuel. This will tell you on the bottle how much gasoline this gets mixed into. This bottle gets mixed in with a gallon of gas. Gets sold in packs of 6. So get yourself a dedicated gas can for that chainsaw. Put in the amount of gas you need for mixing. So this is a 1.25 gallon can. Put in 1 gallon's worth of gas and then 1 bottle of this, and you have a gallon of fuel ready to go. Another thing you have to have, bar and chain oil. Whenever you refuel your chainsaw, top off the bar and chain oil. Now back here is your fuel. When you're using it, this will get a little vacuum sealed. You got the little notch on there. Take the screwdriver end, loosen it, refill it. Do not fill it all the way. Fill it to basically the bottom of the neck here. Your bar and chain oil goes right up in this one. Same thing, it'll get a little vacuum sealed. Open that up, fill that up. Not all the way to the top, leave a little bit of room in there. Snug it up a little bit. Safety, when you carry it, you're about to use it, you have it running, carry it with the chain and the bar facing to the rear in case you fall forward. This is behind you, so that way you're not going to fall and potentially split yourself in half. Now I will do some links in the description of this video to a playlist that was created by Stihl for how to use their chainsaws, how to maintain them. Go through, watch the list. It'll work for pretty much any type of chainsaw, but it's specifically meant for Stihls. Now, things to point out to watch for. The biggest problem we've seen with military chainsaws is up here. You have a bearing up here. a little wheel that helps with the chain spinning. What happens when you do not put the bar and chain oil in, this does not get oil up here. And then the bearing on this burns out. How you can tell? All the paint will be gone up here, and then the bare metal will get discolored. It'll kind of turn a bluish color. That tells you the bearing's wearing out. I recommend for spare parts to have with you out in the field 2 spare chains, 1 spare bar, if not 2 spare bars. If you need more of that stuff because you're in a really wooded area, get a hold of it, hang on to it, make sure it's protected against corrosion, and have it with you. Try to keep your chainsaw covered, keep it out of the elements, keep it out of the rain, out of the snow. So there are hard cases you can put these in that the whole chainsaw can fit inside. A lot of times it'll also have room for the tools. Good thing to have. Keep your oil with you. Have that inside its own protective case. Remember, your fuel has a shelf life. Check into preserving it. The preservative I prefer to use with my fuels is Pri-G. P-R-I-G. Don't use Stable. Stable apparently has issues over longer terms. It starts to wear out, corrode some of the engine parts inside the engine. Now, after every use, you got to go through, you got to clean this up good. So have some type of brush with you, a paintbrush, stiff bristle brush, get all the sawdust, all the wood chips off, dirt and that stuff. Then go through, sharpen your chain. I'll just say watch the maintenance videos over at Stihl because the battery's going out on the camera. But first you go through, use this file, sharpen the teeth. Then after you're done with that, take your depth gauge, you go in, check the depth on your guides, give it a few shots with your flat file to get it lowered down to the correct depth so you get the correct depth of cut on your sawdust or saw chips that you're pulling out. Always make sure to check that you got good, just the right amount of tension. You want a little bit of spring back. You don't want it too tight. You don't want it hanging loose like that. You want just a little bit of spring. That can be adjusted in here for gross adjustments, or down here there's a screw. The tape that's on there is covering up the serial number for those of you trying to find out which saw this is and where it was sold. That's the basic stuff that you're going to need for this kit. You know, just remember that hand saws, non-motorized ones, won't need gasoline. This will. This also needs regular maintenance. Even if you're not using it, go through, get it good cleaned up and stuff. Oh, there is an air filter in here, air filter element. Probably bring along a couple of spares of that also, and make sure they do not get wet and messed up. So that's all I'm going to cover with this one. Recommendation, Stihl chainsaws if you're going to get one. Now, for all my engineer brothers and the Patriot Militia movements, always remember, essay ons.